I guess we call it soccer. Like, we wouldn't be talking about this too much if there wasn't kind of some big news about this soccer stadium. What do you think about this, dude? I mean, I don't know, this new soccer stadium might be a pretty good deal for the city, right?
Murph, is it where the junkyards are?
It is.
Back of City Field?
It is.
Okay, great. So that those junkyards have been sitting there for years and stuff like that. So I think that's like prime real estate to put this soccer stadium in. Right now they were sharing with the Yankees and stuff, and it just changing the field. And they played a couple of games at City Field too. I think the NYCFC. So I think this soccer stadium was a long time coming, and I understand it's not going to hit the taxpayer's wallet one bit.
No, it's not, and that's a good thing too. But let's go back to that area. Let's go back to that area for a second. Like, where they built City Field. Where Shea Stadium was. And they kind of, for years and years and years, like, growing up in Queens and going down to that area. Like, I've always, you always see like the junkyards there, and they always say you'll never be able to get rid of these junkyards. They make too much money. It's the only place for them. The ground is, the ground's bad. You can't build on it. They would always say that through the years and years and years, but. Maybe I just think there was like some politicians like waiting for a day like this. Now, this is an opportunity for Queens to do something really good for the borough there too, because listen, there's a huge Hispanic community in Queens, and you see them in Flushing Meadow Park playing soccer on Saturdays and Sundays, and I think a stadium like that in Queens will be packed for a good soccer team. Not even a good soccer team, just a soccer team that people go watch, because. I guess there's a big soccer following down there in the city there. I mean, and that's good for them. But what I'm saying, what I think is good about the soccer stadium is every, like you said before, every single dollar is going to be paid for by the soccer team, and not to mention the fact that in listening to it, listening to some of my buddies and stuff, there was a big rally down there. There was a lot of unions down there, all the unions. And from what I understand, they're guaranteeing that this job is going to be a 100% union project. Now, that is really, really good news for all of the building trades and all the trades in New York City to have a big stadium like that built in Queens, in the outer boroughs. All private money from the soccer team. It's going to be a really good thing for the trades in the city. And I'd like to thank whoever put this deal together and everybody out there. So listen, we got to get people back to work, man. We got to work. And we got to build the city. And if it means building a soccer stadium, why not? And the numbers sound good, right? You'd say, would you go down to a soccer game? I probably wouldn't, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't go see a soccer. I think it's just good for the city, but I wouldn't go see a soccer game. Would you?
No, I've been to a couple. I've been to two at Yankee Stadium. I went to one at the Red Bull Stadium, so I have gone to a couple of these MLS games. You know what, though? I think I would. Just to check out the new stadium, go inside of it and stuff. I think I might. It's only 90 minutes, whatever, time the game's going to end. Maybe to have some good food or something like that. But you know what, though, Murph? I was thinking, though, they're going to build hotels, restaurants, actual apartments, too, in the area. Yeah. I mean, you would think with the Mets being there, they would have put this stuff up there. I see people on Facebook all the time asking about, like, where do I eat near City Field? Where can I walk to? What do I see? And it's like, when you go to City Field, you don't see anything. So I think this is going to be good now. There's going to be a couple of things to do around City Field if you get to the game a little bit early and stuff like that. What do you think about that?
I think that's great. And, I think that is hotels. And now I think this is where I'm putting out, I'm going to put my word out here and say, now listen, you did the soccer team, right? You got City Field. I'm going to say something right now. Bring the New York Jets back to New York. There's space there. Now let's talk about a stadium for the New York Jets, which I feel, when I go to that stadium, I feel like a redheaded stepchild in that stadium. They've been following the Giants' coattails ever since they left Shea Stadium back in, 1980 something. Now, this is perfect. It's a perfect opportunity for somebody to get on the phone with Woody Johnson and say, listen, Woody, go sell your powder or your Band-Aids or something. Let me buy the team, and let's build a stadium in Queens for our New York Jets and bring them back to Queens. Well, is that not? Would that not be out of the realm of possibility because of the space? Now that the space is opening up, so you know what though? Let's bring the Jets back to Queens now. I mean, I think that would be a great move. A great move. There'd be infrastructure work around there because of them. The highways would get much needed attention. It would be a shit show for traffic for years to come. But the soccer stadium, they say, is going to be done in 27. And if what, a football stadium, maybe 2 3 years maybe. So let's say by 2030, there's a fully functional area over there with the Jets, the soccer team, the New York Mets, bars, restaurants, and hotels, all done by union labor in New York City. It's good. It's a win-win for everybody. What do you think of that, dude?
Wow, amazing. And you know what, though? I don't think it would be a stadium. I think it would be a dome. What do you think about a dome?
Absolutely.
You build a dome. Yeah, you build a dome over there. You're going to get the Final Four in the NCAA. You're going to get a Super Bowl. I know they have the Super Bowl at MetLife, but that was out. Who cares about it? But you're going to the dome means so much, and I'm surprised they haven't had a dome. We're like in the big metropolis. There's no dome. So I think a dome would bring money.
I could not agree more, because you'd have Super Bowls there then. Now you're in it's Super Bowls, like you said, you have Final Fours, all sorts of shit going on there. You know what I mean? I mean, that would be a win-win, and bring New York City back to the top again. And like I said, I hate the place or whatever. I don't like going down there. But anybody else who wants to go down there. But I really do think that would be a good thing for New York City, and it would be a really, really good thing for Queens. So if any of these politicians down there care anything about their community or whatever, start getting on the horn about that, man. Let's start getting the outer boroughs going too again. Manhattan's getting back. How about we start getting Brooklyn back? How about we start getting Queens, the Bronx, even Staten Island? How about we start getting all the boroughs back and running? And like I said, and a soccer stadium, believe it or not, like whether we like soccer or not, it's going to get the people going. People are going to go to these games. It's going to get people to the area. Now, next step, let's build a stadium for the Jets over there. Let's do it. I'm in.
I don't know what the commitment is to the Jets at MetLife. Do you know what the commitment is?
I don't care. I don't care. Rip up the contract. I don't care. I'm tired of playing in the same stadium as the Giants. Now, I'm not a Giant hater. Like I said, it's different. I enjoy watching the Giants. I've never said I hated the Giants. I don't hate the organization. There's no reason for it. But I'm tired of being on their coattails all these years. And when I say coattails, yes, they've won more Super Bowls. Yes, they've had better records. Yes, they've had more success than the Jets. But I'm tired of just riding their coattails. All the Giants, you played in Giant Stadium for all those years. Yes, we did. Oh, you play in MetLife Stadium. It's our stadium, but it's really the Giant Stadium, so we got more Super Bowls. I don't care. I'm done. Let's go to Queens. Let's pack up our shit and go to Queens with Robert Salah. Keep him, sign this guy for another 6 or 7 years. We'll go into why I think the Jets are just turning shit around later. But Robert Salah, let's go, man. Get that shit built in Queens, and let's bring the Jets back to New York and leave the Giants out in Jersey, and let's come back to New York.
Yeah, do you think that the Jets lost character, Rich, when they moved to Jersey in '84? I think they lost some of that. They had that Shea Stadium character, they lost and stuff. It seems like it's very neutral where they are now, basically, It's
very neutral. It's to a point where it's like, they switch the colors, and it's what if they mess up one day? It's like it's a Jet game and a Giant game. I don't know, but I'm just tired. I'm tired of just living in their coattails. And listen, there's money out there. These owners could pay for these stadiums for themselves. Like, look what this soccer guy's doing. He's writing a check. Like, and listen, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's some stuff involved, or I don't know, maybe under the table money. I don't know. But on paper right now, he got up and said, "We're paying for the stadium. I'm writing you a check. What do you need? Let's build a stadium." I mean, you're telling me that football owners can't do that? Football owners. I mean, these guys are it's like they're fantasy teams when they own a football team or a baseball team, because the amount of money that goes into owning the team doesn't even come close to the amount of money that they have. So you know what, though? Let's start putting money back into your own money back into the community.
Exactly. Why not, right? Yep, exactly.
And out of me and you have our taxes upped a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, we're already paying out the ass in taxes. You know what? Hey, build us a stadium. Build us a stadium, Woody Johnson. You sell enough baby powder and Band-Aids and whatever else your stupid company sells. Build us a stadium in Queens.
And then we'll have the real Jets, Jets, right?
You're damn right, Eric. We are going to have the real Jets, Jets. So I am all for that new soccer stadium in Queens. What about you? Nice. Yay or nay?
Yeah, I'm yeah. The World Cup is what, a couple of days away, I think?
So
let's get excited about soccer. Yeah.
That I'll watch. I was listening to a little bit today. It doesn't seem like the Americans have too much of a chance to make it, after the qualifying rounds. So I don't know.
Rich, put a couple of shekels on the USA. Why not, right?
Yeah.
What the DraftKings has a World Cup thing going on. Maybe England, a long shot. Maybe put a couple of bucks on England as well. You know,
This kid I know is a degenerate gambler. Is a young kid, and he knows nothing about. He bets. This is what he bets on. He bets on soccer, like not only like World Cup soccer, but he'll bet on a random soccer in some town in like Africa and like where the teams are playing.
Geez.
I swear to God,
Oh my
and
God.
he bets on that, and he bets on
Are you in baseball too?
no